Welcome to week 6 of the Elestriad, where DistantCoder, representing A-List and the Wind Pantheon, is throwing down against ShadyPenguinn, representing Hephaestus and the Fire Pantheon. This clash is of epic proportions as these two casters are throwing down, and ShadyPenguinn looks to try to secure one of the final 4 playoff spots of the Elestriad, where DistantCoder is looking to stay undefeated. Make sure you guys show some love, hit that like button down below, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And let me know who you got in this one. We're gonna find out what these two casters are opening up. Again, not a lot of options left. They can pull from decks, from packs, etc. But they're running kind of towards the very end here. There's not gonna be many opportunities to get the cards that they want to finalize their deck list for playoffs. So let's find out what they're bringing, let's find out what they're opening, and let's dive in. Oh, and don't forget to check out Elestriad.com to check out all the standings and all the statistics and much, much more. Ton of work goes into that website, so check it out.
What's up, my nimbugs? It's your boy, DistantCoder, once again in the undefeated bracket. Who else is there to challenge me? Who? Where are my opponents? Next up, ShadyPenguinn. I'm coming after you, buddy. This week, we're actually opening some packs, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys have been saying, Coder, why haven't you opened packs since week 1? This time we are opening packs, and the reason why is because there is one card that we need. One singular card that we are requiring from the packs, and we're going to have to get lucky to get it. We're going to have to cross our fingers, pray a little bit, hope that we grab it. We need that third Viserys. That is what I want. I pulled one out of my first weeks of packs, my first week of packs, and I want to see if I can get another one. Realistically, the only other thing I would consider opening is the Artist Collection. And if I get my Viserys out of this, then I'll open Artist Collection next week. Otherwise, we're going to go into packs again on the following week. So for now, we're going to be opening the 6 packs. We're going to be seeing what we're going to be doing with it, depending on what we pull.
Alright, Elestriad enjoyers, ShadyPenguinn back again with another opening. This is for week 6. So the Elestriad is coming to a close very soon, or cutting to top. And we kind of have gone all in on burn. I want to represent this archetype for this, maybe for the remainder of the season. I think I will do some thinking. I have to see what my opponent for this week is going to be playing. Maybe one day I'll get the starter deck open. But I am going to be opening the Centaur starter deck here, really for just one card. And I was trying to decide what I was going to open. I couldn't think of any better option than this. I think this will help out my deck a lot. Giving more defensive measure. Like I said, if I can actually get this open, I'm about to rip this box, brother. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and crack this open. We're gonna check for the Stellar. But like I said, truth be told, I'm not gonna go through every card in this opening because, you know, we have the list. It's the entire Centaur starter deck here. Centaur is a really cool card. Fun fact, it's actually the first full art I ever pulled in Elestrals in the beta printing, I think it was. I still have that card over here. It's really cool to have.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. First pack. Crackhead. Sluggle. Typhlant. Smoltuga. Tuga Veritaqua. Galaxy. Boombat. Leica Volt. Floracne. And a Vipyro. Well, not the best pack to get things rolling, now is it? Genuinely not the greatest pack that we could have possibly gotten, but here's hoping that we just have the nuts. Toss that over to the side. All right, run it. Next pack, Islands of Aeolia, Drataya, Rumagem, Clovey, Nekruff, Cinder, Glauby, Foamy, and the Pandora's Box. Ayo, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We got ourselves a foil, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a foil. Let me toss this up to the side. We got ourselves a foil, ladies and gentlemen. Not bad. Pandora's Box, very, very good card. Honestly, especially considering Shady he opened the Wind starter deck, and he's been playing the Pantera line every now and then. So maybe Pandora's Box could be a card that I run in. I already had one from my starter deck, and now I have one from the box. Pretty good, pretty good. Next pack. We got Nekruff. We got Scout, Smog, Seer, Ignector, Waspire, Kindleo, Cinder, and a Tectaurus. Good card, that Tectaurus. Tectaurus is a very, very, very solid piece of cardboard. Very, very solid piece of cardboard.
Seems like Coder is taking the gamble going for that third Viserys, but if he hits it, it's gonna be huge. Let's find out what Shady gets in his deck opening here, looking for those poison-tipped arrows. Will he find a Stellar?
We're gonna see if we get a Stellar, because that would be cool. I think the Stellar would have been there, so we did not get the Stellar. The rest of this, we're not really too interested in. All of the grass. P-Gusts are cool. We have enough of those. Aramare, we have enough of those. Demeter's cool. I'm not planning on playing you, but you're a cool gal. Then we have the Folio Forest we're not playing. Scythe, more Earthquakes, which we're not playing. Here's the card we want, Poison Tipped Arrow. The Poison Tipped Arrow can only be cast when an opponent casts an Elestral. Target it and give it -2 attack until the end phase. During this turn's end phase, you can expend Spirit equal to the enchantment cost in order to destroy it. So this is good for my deck. We're also gonna get a ton of more Earth Spirits, not that we need them, some Wind, and then some Thunder, but that's it. I really did this opening. The only way to get this card is in this starter deck. So it is a valuable deck to open for the Elestriad. Adding more counter runes is gonna be the way you win. For the final week, I'm not sure what I open, but it's probably gonna be the Thunder starter deck. Maybe I'll crack packs for fun, depending on how we do in week 6 against my opponent, deciding what I build. I feel like I was playing better when I was closer to my Pantheon. And then even, the first 3 weeks were great. The last 2 weeks have been pretty rough here. Last match was honestly close. It was a good match. It just, didn't get to see what I wanted to see. So I'm hoping that Poison Tipped Arrow can turn the tide in my favor. Because truthfully, this is just better than Shield most times, right? Like this puts the Elestral in the grave, whereas the Shield puts it in the hand. The only difference, right, is that this is done in the main phase and not on the attack. So there's that. There's some counterplay that could be done with Shield, some bluffing that can't be done with Poison Tipped Arrow, but I'm not sad about it. Adding these to my collection, adding these to my pool for building is a must. All right, let's see how our deck actually looks in our deck building when it comes around.
We got Earth Scout, Earth Smog, Earth Seer, Ignector, Warmite, Ivory, Javelantis, Shield of Achilles, and the Viscerus! Let's go! Let's go, dude! Okay, this is what we needed. That's what we needed. The shield is also kind of crazy, to be honest. I need a third of this, but this is the thing that we needed. This is exactly what we needed for our deck. I have 3 Viscerus. My deck's gonna go crazy, man. Wait, my deck's gonna be insane. And we have 2 packs to go still. I don't even know what I have left to pull that would be decent. Pandora's Box and Viscerus, honestly, crazy freaking opening. Absolutely amazing opening. With the shield too. These are the 3 cards I'm really happy to have gotten this week. That's really, really, really insane. All right, next up, run out the next pack, boys. Let's see. I mean, can we top that? Can I get a stellar? Can I pull a stellar? Sluggle, Typhlant, Smoltuga, Veritaqua, Tadpuff, Signetric, sorry, Astrabbit, and Aeromare. Oh, the foil Riceros too. Hey, we're foil gaming today. Look at this stuff, man. Look at that, dude. We are foil gaming today, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 1 more pack to go, and honestly, I can't complain. This has been the best opening I could have genuinely hoped for. Genuinely the best opening I could have hoped for. So let's see. We got Typhlant, we got Smoltuga, Ampup, Crackid, Tadpuff, Ivory, Javelantis, Zephyrog, Imperial, and the Alt Art Zaptor. Bro, we are pulling the nut. Look at this, dude. What? That's actually crazy. That is genuinely insane. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and I'm not even gonna cap. I'm gonna be dead ass, dude. Shady, I'm sorry, buddy. You don't stand a chance. You simply don't stand a chance. The opening power is too darn good. Let's get into the deck building. I'll see you guys soon.
I think both these casters made very strategic plays this week. Shady adding the Earth Star to that gets him those Poison Tipped Arrows and a few other cards that rounds out his lineup and gives him a little bit more diversity going to each of his clashes, especially because as he gets closer to try to clinch that playoff spot. Coder, on the other hand, he took the big gamble, but he hits it huge with his 3rd Viscerus, a key component to his strategy and one of the most dominant cards in the game. Having 3 of them in the Elestriad is absolutely bonkers. Let's find out what these 2 casters are bringing with their deck profiles right now.
All right, week 6 of the Elestriad is here, and we are going to be going against Coder. I've pretty much kept the deck the same as last week. I've fully committed to burn. I will either burn out with burn, or I will burn up, and I will proceed to top 4. However, I'm pretty sure we need to win this week in order to do so, so fingers crossed we can clutch out with some eruptions. I would say that this deck feels like it can be very good in best of 1. I don't think it's great in best of 3, but I think because I had decided to start opening this way, I've kind of just got a full commit. I don't have the resources to kind of play the fence, I would say. Maybe I could build something else. You know, I have all of the counter runes and what have you, but I just decided this has some Fire Pantheon stuff in it, at least, you know, kind of, you know, has some fire going on with the Necruff and the Smoltuga. So we're gonna go ahead and rock out. Let's go over the deck this week. Like I said, not too much has changed though. We have a Rise from the Ashes, which this, of course, super expensive play, but if I can rise from the ashes my Smoltuga and, you know, spend like 7 spirits in one turn to make the effect go off, could be worth it. Then we have Nectar of the Gods at 2 to draw 2. We got Ambrosia at 3 for recovery. Gorgon's Gaze at 2. Shield of Achilles at 3, because that's the counter rune I have 3 of. I would rather have 3 Poison Tipped Arrows or 3 Gorgon's Gaze, but we don't have that right now. Then we have 2 drops of Leaf after those Poison Tipped Arrows. We know this card, we got to use it last week. Reveal any number of cards in your hand, shuffle them back in, draw that many cards, +1. So it is a +1 to note. And then we have Resting on Your Laurels at 2. We have Triple Tsunami, which I think will be a pivotal in this matchup, being able to use using Tsunami. I don't think Coder's gonna be playing water type Elestrals, so I think that'll be really good. And then of course we have Triple Eruption, the mainstay of the deck. Then as far as Elestrals go, we have Triple Astrabbit, best card in the game. We have double Necruff, no longer triple. After I drew it so many times last week, I was done. Didn't want to run 3 of these, just running 2. Then of course we're running Triple Foamy to get 1-drop waters out of our deck and help us actually get to the Smoltuga. We have double Sluggle for recovery off the Foamy, ideally would be great. We have 1 Moustachian, which could be 2, but you know what? I'm just running the 1 for now. It is a really good Foamy target if I need to slow the game down. Then we have Galaxy, which Galaxy is fantastic if we can get it out with Smoltuga on the board. This would be a 5-2, or if we misenchant it, it'll be a 2-5. Honestly, misenchanting it is not a bad idea, because if we do fire, we can still go to Smoltuga the following turn, if we want to keep it as a defensive mechanism, say off the Foamy. And then we have 1 Smoltuga. I don't know, I think I just said Smoltuga for some reason because I saw the card. Whatever. 1 Smoltuga. Now this is obviously just gonna let us search out 1 Necruff. It's 5 defense, so it's not bad. I can see the argument for making this just another Moustachian instead, but deck thinning is deck winning, you know, and grabbing a Necruff could be clutch at some point in my life. And then we have the triple Krakatuga, of course, the entire star of the show, coupled with Eruption. That is our entire deck. Let's go over our Spirit deck as well. We have our 2 Zaptors here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Vapyro, and then I believe that'll leave us at, oh no, it should be more, 11 Vapyro, and then 7 Leviathan. I was gonna say, it should definitely be more Vapyro. So 11 water, no, I'm sorry, 11 fire, 7 water, 2 Zaptor, and that is our entire deck. Let's see how we can do in what could be the most important match of my entire Elestrals career.
I'll be honest, I really like Shady's attempt at trying to do Krakatuga burn. I think in a best of 1 format, it is a very effective and destructive deck, especially if the opponent is not prepared for it. Now, Coder has an opportunity here to bring his Viscerus and bring an all-out offensive package, but if he goes too all-out offensive, it may fall right into Shady's trap. Let's find out what Coder's bringing this week.
What's up, my name bugs? It's your boy DistantCoder back, ready to clap up the ShadyPenguinn. I've gone into the lab, into the kitchen, and I've been cooking up nothing but the goo. Cooking up the goo. If you guys know, if you guys are Yu-Gi-Oh players, you know what the goo is. If you don't, you better know what the goo is. So let me get through, run you through this deck. And I know I freaked out because I pulled Viscerus. That's going to be really cool next week. I'm not playing it yet. There's no room in this deck for the Viscerus. But once we pull what we want next week, once we grab the Artist Collection, we're going to be doing a little bit of a pivot that you might not be expecting. Something really cool to come with the deck. But for this time, we're going to be playing it safe. We're going to be running it with the standard stuff that we've been cooking with this entire tournament. So let's go over it. In terms of the main deck, 3 Hydrake, a Twindra, a Pantera. Very simple, very basic. 3 copies of the Sorlet, 3 copies of the Pegas. These cards have never failed me. They have never failed me. They have always done exactly what they need to do. So I think cutting them down would be a misplay. 2 copies of the Aeolus for our win package. Fantastic. 3 copies of the Elichick, 3 copies of the Astrabbit, still broken, 2 copies of the Zeus, and we're back on 2 copies of Earthquake rather than being on 3. We're on 2 because we're also playing 2 copies of Resting on Your Laurels. I just valued playing the Wind Spirits and the Thunder Spirits at a higher count, and that's the reason why I didn't fit in the Viscerus or the 3rd Earthquake in this deck, is specifically because I chose to cut down on the Earth so that I had more leeway with my Wind Spirits and my Thunder Spirits, which is the reason why I've cut it down. Other than that, the generic cards, we're playing 3 Ambrosia and the newly acquired third Shield of Achilles. So we are playing 3 copies of the Shield. We're playing 2 Nog, we're playing 2 PTA, we're playing 2 Gorgons, and we're playing 3 copies of the Tsunami to round out our main deck. I think this deck is perfectly fine, very capable of facing off against pretty much anything. So I'm not too worried about anything Shady might be throwing at me. The big thing with Shady, right, is it's weird. I don't know what he's playing. Like, I feel like this guy, he pulls a new thing every week, and then he just goes, yeah, so I'm just gonna play everything. Like, one week he'll be, I'm on Krakatuga. The week after, today I feel like playing Pantera. Oh, today I feel like playing something else. I don't know, man. He is all over the place with his lists. So I don't really know what to prepare for. Maybe that's his strategy. If it is, it's pretty smart because I have no idea what to get ready for. So we went back to the, I think this was the old spirit count that I used to use, I believe, was the 10 wind with the 6 thunder and then 2 earth, 2 water. It just feels good. It genuinely feels really good. It feels right. And I'm happy with it. I'm very, very happy with it. No complaints. And I'm ready to clap up some cheeks. Shady, see you in the game.
I'm gonna be honest here. Coder obviously has the experience, and he's sitting at 5-0, so it's hard to doubt him going into this clash tomorrow. But I will say this: he is running a deck that utilizes a lot of spirits. Aeolus, Zeus, Pantera, all of these Elestrals consume a ton of spirits. He's also bringing Tsunami. Shady happens to have a perfectly built deck, in my opinion, to try to counter what Coder is trying to do. When you have your Elestrals in defense position, your Smoltugas, your Mustations, things like that, it makes the job of Hydrake much more challenging. It makes you so you have to use that Sorlit expend to try to be able to change the position. It means those Tsunamis are most likely to be useless. And if you're Shady and you can perfectly time those Eruptions in a mid-late game scenario, you can basically chokehold Coder's Spirit deck to prevent him from executing the strategy he wants. Now again, it can be very much so flipped the other way if Coder's able to get Pantera out early and Shady has no way to stop it, but this is looking to be a doozy and one you do not want to miss tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned for the clash.